Hey everybody! It's been a little while since we've given an update to everything that we have going on in our world, so we wanted to take a little bit of time and actually record a video because we've got some stuff to share. And so we're really excited about letting you know what's been going on and what will be going on. First and foremost, one of the biggest things is that I normally send out a prayer email at the beginning of the month to I have a team of people that have said they will pray for me. Every month I send out prayer requests. And so, one, if you aren't on that and you want to be a part of that, just let me know. I'd be happy to add you to the list of people to do that. But with all of that, one of the things we're going to start doing, for reasons we'll talk about in just a second, is we're going to start adding Nichole to the list too, so she can share her prayer requests. Because we're venturing into some new territory, and we feel like it would be a good thing to include. Somebody had suggested it, and we're like, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense, so let's do that.
People love me too.
I guess. So, do you want to tell them kind of the big thing you've got going on?
So, as you guys know, last year, before David transitioned out of his job, I was able to get a remote graphic design position full-time. And so I took it and I started that job, left my job at the brick and mortar agency and started that job about a month before David started full-time with RYFO. So over the past year, that's been a huge blessing to have that stability, but also be remote. But it hasn't been the best fit. And so, I've tried to decide should I stick with this? Should I try something different? So as of July 1st, I'm going to be completely freelance. So the company that I'm working for full-time now has agreed to go part-time on retainer with me. And then I have two other agencies that I'm working with. And so taking the full-time job, remote job last year was the first step into freelance. And now I'm going to be fully in freelance, which is a little bit less stable finance-wise, but it will allow me to really be free because even though I haven't been in a brick and mortar agency, working full-time with the same agency, I still kind of have to be at my computer, 8 hours a day, which I haven't been able to travel with David as much. When he does go, to Tampa, Orlando to have lunch with people or meet with pastors or whatever, I really can't go, which I don't always need to go, but it is nice when I am able to go with him and support. So I'll still be working probably close to 40 hours a week, but it is going to allow me to pick the projects that I want to work on and have a little bit more flexibility so that I really am free to go with him and do whatever. And so, and also the two agencies that I've been kind of working with part-time, they both have clients and work that I really love. And so it's also going to be just more satisfying work, and I'll have a little more time to work with our church and to help David with RYFO stuff. So,
and we're kind of going into a deeper call of ministry, I guess, kind of thing, because I've been doing it. It's just been me, and now it's kind of both of us. And when we were talking about it, we've talked about it for the last several months. That Nichole kind of felt like she wanted to do this. And we just kept talking about it and just trying to figure out, what it could look like and everything. And ultimately, we just decided that it doesn't matter. We're going to do it. It just feels like the right thing. And she said at one point, and it just really, it kind of really stuck with me and really pushed me in the direction to really go on it. And is that it's real easy for us to say that we're trusting God to provide for us, like He said He's going to, when Nichole has a salary locked in. And so we're going to take this step of faith. And just trust that He's going to provide. It's even with that is a point of contention, just with how everything works, because our needs are met, our basic needs are met, and so I've had, even with fundraising stuff, I've struggled for a little while with what I do fundraising wise. Right now, I have a solid base of about $1,500 a month in monthly gifts that come in, and so. That's great. My budget was $3,500, and I just kind of got to the point where I was waking up in the morning and I just found myself so focused on trying to find more money that I was less realizing what God had already provided. And so it's easy to do that when you're working through everything. You just kind of keep grinding everything out. And so, like I was talking the other day, and the comment that I had was that I don't need to pray for God to provide for our needs. He's already provided. Like, we're in kind of an abundance kind of state just now. So it's like now the conversation changes from like supporting me. It's not to meet this need. Like we're going to keep moving forward with what we have. We're in a really, really good financial situation related to all of that. But now I get to talk about, let's dream about what we can do now that we're fully released to be able to go do things. And so that's going to be a different conversation. It's going to be talking about like we're going to Arkansas in a couple weeks, well, in like 10 days, and we'll be gone for a month. We've done it 2 times before, and each time we've been, my work that way has ramped up more and more, to where the first time we went, didn't really do a whole lot. It was more of getting in the rhythm of everything. In November, December, when we were there, I met with more people. Now I've got stuff lined up before I get there that's going along. Like it looks like I'm going to Omaha, Nebraska at some point. I'll make it over to Oklahoma and into Missouri and all of that stuff. But it's more going around and being more active in that. And so Nichole gets to be a part of that, where she's not just she can't go. She can go if she wants to. And we're really excited about that. But we can start to talk about what it looks like to dream about what I'm doing with RYFO and where I fit in with all of that even more, and how people can support that specifically and not just trying to track down money to cover our bills. And so I'm really, really excited to share more about that. And as like we're developing things on a weekly basis that we're ready to do and we're getting ready to go, and it does take money. But I'm not going to wake up in the morning stressed out about where the money's going to come from. I'm going to just fully dive into this idea that I've been fortunate enough so far, and God has blessed us so far, and that He's going to continue to do that. So even if I don't raise another dollar, I'm okay with that. There'll be more people coming along. I feel pretty confident in that, but I can't let the stress of trying to get to climb a mountain of fundraising that I'm not even halfway through.
Well, I think this would be a good time to mention that. So we've hosted several people over the past year and a half, but this weekend we have a musician staying with us for the first time. He is actually at a church right now leading worship as we're recording this video in his room. But, right now in the duplex, those of you who have seen it, we live in a really small duplex, and it's fine for us. But we really do have a heart for community and having more people over. And like even having people over is a challenge because it's a small space and we're creative and it's great and we make it work. But, one of the things that we dream about, like David was talking about, moving forward and dreaming, is we would love to have, a bigger space to be able to host 5-6 people in a band or whatever. And to be able to have, small group and people over, and so that's one of our dreams for down the road that would require more funds.
Yeah, we'd love to have kind of a revolving door of different types of people coming together, just with us being the unifying catalyst for what we want to see community-wise with creative people and musicians in and around Lakeland, and to bring that into a space where that is happening some, but we think we can bring a unique thing because of the heart that we have for what RYFO is doing, and bringing that in, and even with the bigger missions organization that we're part of, all of that stuff, bringing all of that together to really kind of be more in the community, and even beyond, like down the road, like in Arkansas and in other places, and being around and just kind of talking more about that. And so yeah, we're kind of doing all of that. What else would say we need to talk about?
I think that's it. I mean, we've talked for almost 10 minutes.
Oh,
so
I know what we need to do. So I am going to. I'm conveniently wearing this shirt. I didn't actually wear this shirt because I was planning to do this, but I've been doing T-shirt sales. I'm going to do another round of them because these green shirts, everybody loved them. They sold so fast. I ordered a couple extra ones and they were gone like in the first week. So I'm going to do another round of those shirts. I'm going to do just the green shirt. I'm going to do crew neck and also a V-neck shirt because several people asked for V-neck shirts. And so I'm going to put out the pre-order for that. So that'll go along. I do also still have a few of the other shirts, the white and the gray. One of the things that I've been putting out there that I think would be really cool is I've had some people say that they don't really need a shirt, and that's fine. What I'd love is I think I have 5 shirts left. Last year at Christmas time, I had a bunch of shirts left over, and I just started giving them away to musicians, like that I knew I could use a shirt, or that type of thing, something they could pass along. And so, if you don't want a shirt but you still want to support in that way, buy the shirt. And just let me know that you're not worried about getting it, and I will pass it along, and I will let you know who I passed it along to, so that you have an idea of what that money went towards. What the shirt went towards to be able to support people. That's a totally different way to be involved in that. Fundraising wise, I am kind of shifting a little bit of focus. I'm still working on building up monthly support. That's great. But one of the things I'm doing is I just set a monthly goal for June of $1,000, either through t-shirt sales, one-time gifts, or monthly gifts. So $1,000 just total for the month of June. All of this is leading up to kind of the big thing that's really cool is that July 1st is the anniversary of my transition out of my job at USF and into joining RYFO full time. It'll be Nichole's transition to full-time freelance. That date in particular is rather significant over our life since I started working. There's a couple points in the timeline for that, but it's also significant within RYFO because the other 2 full-time people also made that transition on July 1st, and so there is a very significant placement of July 1st. Some people will say it's because of the start of the new fiscal year, people moving around, but I think it's more significant than that. That date in particular is really, really important to the life of what we're doing, and so it's a fresh start. It's a new year. It's a new thing. For us, and so I'm going to set a goal for $1,000 in fundraising for June leading up to that, and then after that kind of talk about what it looks like beyond that. And so I'm looking at a total that I need, I think, of around $6,000 gets me fully funded for the rest of the year. And so I'd love to have $6,000, but I think I'm going to do it incrementally in $1,000 a month and just focus on that, and just as I'm having conversations with people, asking them to join me with that. I've never wanted to be known as a good fundraiser, and so I think that. But
it takes money to live life.
It takes the money. You got to have the money to live life, and so this is salary stuff. It is all of that, but more than anything, what I want is I want to find people that hear what I'm talking about and say, I want to be a part of that. Here's how I can help, and so I feel more attached to that. And so I'm shifting the language that I'm not doing fundraising anymore. I'm doing partner development. And so I'm specifically stepping into this world of partner development. We may not talk about money at all for several times while we get together. I want you to learn about what I'm doing. And when you commit to the idea, you know what's going on and what we're doing. And then you've made the decision to partner with that. Not just some obligation because you know me or anything like that. And so several people, I have family and friends and everybody to support. But I want people I don't want people to look at their phone whenever I send them a text message and think, oh, he's asking me for money. It's not about that. I want to keep the support that I have and keep building the support that I have, but I want it to be for the sake of moving forward, for the sake of the work that we're doing and everything, not because I'm trying to gather up as much in the way of resources as I can. So I think we'll end it there.
Yep.
Thank you guys. Pray for us. We're going to be traveling for the next several weeks. Nichole's going to be transitioning in the middle of that. Halfway through the time we're in Arkansas is when that transition will happen specifically. And so just be praying for us in that. We look forward to seeing all kinds of people while we're out and about and letting you guys know what's going on while we're out there.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye.